Okay, so while we're together, we thought we might take the opportunity to have a little look deeper into what's happening at Martin's calf here, his calf muscles. As previous videos, we know that he's pulled or strained it, torn parts of it, and we're going to use a simple arm test just to determine what's wrong with it and see if we can find out where it originates and what's going on. So Martin's going to do a nice little arm test for me. I'm using the left arm. I can use any muscle and any arm. I'm using the left arm purely because I'm right-handed, and this is nice and dexterous and it's easier for the camera here. So there's a nice strong reaction from his arm then, arm up, and I've got a nice weak reaction then. You can feel the difference when you're standing here, and we'll go into that in a different video. We just want to work out what's wrong with Martin's calf muscle. So is it a problem originating in a joint? Arm up. No, problem's not from the joint. So we've got a group of muscles down here. So we're going to try gastroc. First issue isn't in the gastroc. Tibialis posterior, no. Peroneals, no. Soleus, yes. Okay, so I've got a nice weak arm response. It's a shift in the nervous system where we move into a parasympathetic state and we just have a global weakness just for a moment. And that enables us to work out what's going on. So, is it the outside or the right side? Is it the inside? It's the inside. Okay, and as you can see, it's not just the arm that goes. If you watch, his whole body goes on the muscle test at that point in time. So now we've got to work out where it's coming from. So it can come from the jaw. A lot of our nervous system goes through there. It's not the jaw. I've tested out all the different points in the spine. So the problem isn't originating from the spine. It's not a communication problem from the spine. So it's in the muscle itself. So muscles have associations with other areas of the body. So the calf muscles are associated with the adrenal glands, so for fight or flight purposes. Yeah, okay, so it's an adrenal issue. So it's not coming from the spine. It's associated with the fact that he has a hard working life, as we all have, mortgages and all that sort of stuff, bills to pay, money to earn, all those sorts of things. So his adrenal glands have really taken a kicking over the last couple of years. I won't share the whole history. It's a sob story. You don't need to know. And but this has now affected the calf muscles. So when the adrenal glands fire up, you've got the calf muscles, you've got sartorius, you've got piriformis. They all gain tone so that we can run away from a saber-toothed tiger, and we're ready to fight it out with another tribesman, that kind of thing. So we can protect the family. In today's day and age, it doesn't really count. We don't need to fight a saber-toothed tiger or run away from it. But these muscles are still there from an evolutionary process. So we know that it's the adrenal glands. Now we need to find out what's wrong in the actual muscle itself. So, arm up. So I've triggered the reflex that's attached to the Achilles tendon and then in the back of the hip, and none of those, nice strong actions, none of those were the issue. So now we're going to see if the issue is also brain-based. You've got motor output and sensory feedback coming from the brain. So we'll just highlight these. Now, is it brain-based? That's the only question I'm asking. Arm up. Test. Yes, it's a nice brain-based problem. Arm up. So that's from the motor output centre of the brain. Arm up. So it's a feedback problem, the muscle feeding back to the sensory portion of the brain. And if you start Googling, you'll find a homunculus of the body, both in the brain here, where you get motor output and sensory feedback. You can find it on Google. So we've got that sensory. Now what's wrong in the muscle itself? There can be lots of actual issues. So we've got arm up, fast muscle spindles. It's not a fast muscle spindle problem. Arm up. No, so it's not a slow muscle spindle problem. So I'm now in the GTOs, Golgi tendon organs. Arm up. Test. Right, so it's a Golgi tendon organ issue. So this means the body doesn't understand flexibility, it doesn't understand how long the muscle is. When you have a GTO problem, often the muscle is held in slight contraction, and therefore it's prone to going again and again and again and again. And all the massage in the world won't correct that. The muscle will feel looser and nicer, okay? Having done sports massage for I think it's 12 years now, he will be back for a massage again, and he'll be back for a massage again, and back for a massage again. But now I know what's actually truly wrong with it from a neurological standpoint, because a massage won't treat the neurology. I can then fix the neurological issue that's keeping the muscle in tension and therefore continuing the injury cycle for him. So the muscle is always in tension. So whenever he goes out, the muscle is already tired. So whether he's walking a dog or walking through town, if he's walking briskly, that muscle is going to tighten, tighten, tighten. And it's going to feel like you've done 100 squats on your thighs. It's going to feel burny. So it's going to feel burny, and it's going to feel tighter and tighter until you're kind of trying to avoid it and limping slightly. And then if you continue, say you had to continue for whatever reason, you'd then end up straining and pulling the muscle. And is that how it's?
So yeah, I mean, before the injury that I had, it was. It would take a while before sort of lactic acid would build up in the calf, and I feel it. But since the injury, since the pain's gone away, and obviously I've been doing massage, which I know I should be doing, I find that just going out for a walk, walking the dog, or just a brisk walk, the lactic acid will build up pretty quickly in there. It feels really tight and horrible. Just to change what he said there ever so slightly, massage isn't the wrong thing to do. We do need to clear out the metabolic waste of something that's being held. So massage is still relevant, it just won't fix the issue that's going on down there. We need to find out what the cause is, which you've just done, and then fix the underlying cause. I hope that's been helpful to you, that you can dial down into a muscle very quickly and find out what actually neurologically is wrong with it, and then we can fix that, and then it's not then got a neurological problem, and the muscle will function correctly at its correct length, or feeding back the correct amount of load it's under, or the correct speed at which it's contracting. Hope it's been helpful. I'll see you on the next one.